Something around you is shifting, even if you can't fully put it into words yet. If your spirit has felt unsettled or unusually alert these past few days, this message didn't reach you by accident. There's something different about November, a softness, a stillness, but also a quiet pull that keeps tugging at your awareness. Many chosen ones feel it too, a subtle turning point, rising underneath everyday life. This kind of shift doesn't show up in obvious ways at first. You don't see it with your eyes. You sense it in your intuition, in your emotions, in the timing of things. Maybe you've been waking up with thoughts that surprise you. Maybe certain people suddenly feel farther away. Maybe new ideas or feelings appear out of nowhere. None of this is random. It's the silent movement that happens before a new season arrives. Right now, life is rearranging things for you in a quiet but intentional way. And if you've been feeling confused, restless, or strangely hopeful, it's because you're already inside this transition. Stay with me, because the signs are growing louder, and once you recognize them, you'll realize your next chapter has already begun. November 2025 isn't bringing dramatic, loud changes. It's bringing softer ones, the kind that slip into your life without making a sound. For chosen ones, this month is more of a spiritual pivot, a behind-the-scenes reset that starts inside long before anything changes on the outside. Instead of sudden events, the shift shows up as inner adjustments, a new mindset, evolving priorities, or a fresh layer of awareness you didn't have before. You might notice conversations feeling different, old habits feeling heavier, or things that once bothered you suddenly losing their power. This is the energetic shift at work. It's intentional, gentle, and preparing your inner world before your outer world moves. Many chosen ones describe November as a month where their spirit feels slightly ahead of their reality, like you're ready for something new, even though nothing major has happened yet. That feeling is alignment. It's the future pulling you forward. This month's energy acts like a quiet signal from above, nudging you to pay attention, let go of what drains you, and step into a season of greater clarity, purpose, and spiritual confidence. One thing many chosen ones often misunderstand is timing. Breakthroughs don't begin with big events. They begin with small inner shifts. Before any blessing arrives, before any opportunity shows up, your inner world upgrades first. Think about the random urge to clean your space, reorganize your routine, or distance yourself from certain people. Those aren't coincidences. Those are indicators that your spirit is preparing for a new chapter. The shift starts with small decisions, choosing peace instead of chaos, clarity instead of confusion, growth instead of comfort. You might feel less drawn to the things you once tolerated. You may naturally outgrow certain environments or habits. This is your internal world realigning so your external world can follow. And once the inner shift becomes stable, everything else starts aligning effortlessly. The right people appear, the right doors open, and opportunities begin to flow instead of being forced. The inner work builds the foundation so that when the blessing arrives, you're actually ready for it. One of the clearest signs that your season is changing is when you no longer feel connected to who you used to be. Nothing is wrong. It simply means you've outgrown a mindset, a routine, or a version of yourself that can't come with you into the next chapter. This detachment happens quietly at first. Habits that once felt natural now feel heavy. People you once related to now feel distant, even if there's no conflict. Your priorities shift, your desires change, and conversations you once enjoyed no longer feel aligned. It's confusing because you're caught between two identities, the old you that's fading and the new you that hasn't fully arrived yet. This is the transition zone, the place every chosen one enters right before elevation. Your spirit knows the next level requires new clarity, new emotional strength, and a deeper sense of self. Detachment isn't loss, it's preparation. It's making room for who you're becoming. When a new season begins, your intuition becomes sharper. Long before anything changes outside, you start sensing things you can't logically explain. A clear warning, a quiet knowing, a sudden pull toward a decision. This isn't imagination. It's spiritual guidance becoming louder because you're stepping into alignment. You might start noticing other people's intentions more easily. Patterns become obvious. Conversations feel clearer. Red flags stand out instantly. You can sense what's right for you without overthinking. Clarity also shows up as sudden understanding. Something that confused you for months suddenly clicks into place. A question you've carried finally finds its answer. It's like the fog lifts and the path in front of you becomes easier to see. This heightened intuition is part of your preparation. It's helping you avoid distractions, make better choices, and step forward with confidence. When your inner guidance becomes louder, it's proof your next chapter is close. Another sign your season is shifting is heightened emotional sensitivity. This doesn't mean you're becoming weaker. It means your spirit is becoming more aware. During transitions, you feel more deeply because your inner world is adjusting to a higher frequency. You might feel drained by situations that never used to bother you. Loud environments, negative energy, or chaotic people may suddenly feel overwhelming. That's your intuition protecting you, guiding you away from anything that harms your peace or slows your growth. At the same time, small positive moments may move you more deeply. A kind word, a meaningful message, or a moment of stillness. These emotional shifts aren't random. They're indicators that your spirit is aligning with something greater. This sensitivity helps you recognize what belongs in your life and what no longer does. It sharpens your instincts so you can detect opportunities quickly and sense negative energy instantly. Emotional sensitivity is one of the first signs that your spirit is leading, not your fears. It's a sign of alignment, not weakness. When a new chapter approaches, certain things in your life end quickly and unexpectedly. A friendship drifts away, a routine stops working, an opportunity you wanted loses its spark. A situation you tolerated for years suddenly feels unbearable. These endings can feel sudden, but they're not punishments, they're redirections. When something or someone can't travel with you into the next season, life naturally creates distance. You'll feel less willing to force connections or maintain habits that drain you. Some endings will be quiet. Others will push you toward a decision. The key is understanding that closure is protection. It creates the emotional and mental space needed for what's coming next. When things fall away out of nowhere, it's because the path ahead is being cleared. As your season shifts, new opportunities begin appearing, often in simple, unexpected ways. They may not look dramatic at first. They often arrive quietly. A message, a chance meeting, a random idea, a small door that leads to something much bigger. These moments typically appear right after something ends. A door closes, and almost immediately, another cracks open. You might receive unexpected support, a sudden opening, or a pull towards something that feels surprisingly aligned. These opportunities have a certain energy. They feel peaceful, natural, and aligned. You don't chase them. You don't force them. They come toward you. That's how you'll know something belongs in your new season. It won't force its way in. It will arrive quietly, naturally, almost softly. The real key is paying attention to the little openings. The smallest moments often carry the biggest shifts. When your season is changing, life starts preparing you through situations you wouldn't normally notice. These tiny moments become the turning points that guide you forward. As a new season begins, life starts sending subtle confirmations to show you you're moving in the right direction. These synchronicities come in many forms: repeating numbers, songs with messages that hit your soul, phrases that seem to follow you everywhere, or a message that matches exactly what you've been praying or thinking about. They feel timed perfectly, like the universe tapping you on the shoulder. For chosen ones, these signs aren't accidents. They show up when you're shifting into higher awareness. Your mind becomes sharper, your spirit becomes more sensitive, and suddenly you notice patterns you would have ignored before. Sometimes the right message reaches you at the exact moment you need it. A video, a conversation, or a sentence that answers a question you've silently carried. These synchronicities are gentle reminders that you're not walking this path alone. They appear right when doubt tries to sneak in, confirming that your steps are aligned and your prayers are being heard. Every sign is a quiet nod from above saying, "Keep moving. You're on the right path." When your season changes, one of the strongest confirmations you'll feel is a sense of protection surrounding you. Even if life feels uncertain, there's a deep calm inside whispering, "You're going to get through this." That confidence isn't coming from your mind. It's coming from your spirit. You may notice situations that could have gone wrong, but somehow didn't. Conflicts you expected simply dissolve. A mistake that should have caused trouble ends up working out. People carrying negativity drift away without you having to push. These moments aren't luck. They're proof that your path is being guarded. Chosen ones feel this, protection through intuition too. You'll sense danger before it appears. You'll feel pushed away from the wrong environments. You'll know something is off long before there's evidence. This spiritual shielding becomes stronger during transitions because your next chapter requires clarity and stability. Feeling protected is more than comfort. It's confirmation that you're being prepared for something greater. Another powerful shift happens when habits you once relied on stop feeling fulfilling. You're not forcing yourself to change. You're simply outgrowing behaviors that kept you small. Things that once distracted you no longer hold your attention. Entertainment that used to comfort you suddenly feels empty. Even procrastination loses its grip. This isn't you losing interest. It's your spirit evolving. When your inner world is getting ready for a new season, it naturally starts releasing habits that no longer match who you're becoming. And just as easily, new habits start forming. You think differently, sleep differently, and feel more motivated to improve your life. These changes come without pressure because the outdated version of you is fading, and a more aligned version is rising. This transformation isn't temporary. It's proof that you're preparing for the opportunities waiting in your next chapter. Another sign your season is shifting is the urge to start fresh. Not dramatically, intentionally. You might feel drawn to change your environment, adjust your routines, clean your space, or create new structure in your life. Tasks you ignored for months suddenly feel necessary. You crave quiet, discipline, or healthier habits. This reset isn't random. It's spiritual preparation. Many chosen ones feel this shift as a calm realization. I can't keep living this way. Not from frustration, but from maturity. It's the moment your future self starts calling you forward. The desire to reset is alignment. It's your spirit guiding you into a stronger, clearer version of yourself. As your season changes, you'll also feel a subtle pull towards something you can't fully define yet. A direction, an idea, or a possibility that feels unfamiliar but strangely right. It doesn't pressure you, it invites you. Thoughts wander toward new dreams. Certain ideas keep returning. You feel drawn to something that hasn't fully revealed itself. This pull is your spirit, moving ahead of you, preparing the next steps. Sometimes it shows up as restlessness, other times, a quiet excitement. You imagine different routines, new surroundings, or a better version of yourself. This isn't random imagination. It's the early signal that growth is calling your name. Your spirit recognizes the new season long before your mind does. One of the most reassuring signs that your season is shifting is the peace that arrives in the middle of uncertainty. Your circumstances may still look messy, but your spirit feels calm. The things that once overwhelmed you become easier to manage. You worry less. You trust more. Something in you just knows everything is working out. This peace comes when your spirit aligns with what's meant for you. For chosen ones, this calm often appears right before breakthroughs. Your spirit already feels the outcome, even if your eyes can't see it yet. Instead of reacting emotionally to every problem, you start responding with clarity and patience. This shift isn't denial, it's spiritual maturity. It's confirmation that you're being guided into your next season. When a major transition is near, the first thing you'll notice is quiet separation. People who no longer match your growth begin to fade out. Environments you once felt comfortable in suddenly feel heavy. The distance grows naturally, without conflict or explanation. This can feel confusing at first, but it's divine protection. When you're rising higher, not everyone can go with you. Some relationships would slow you down. Some environments would hold you in place. Some habits would block your progress. So life removes them gently, without chaos, so you don't cling to things that need to be released. You'll stop forcing connections. You'll lose the desire to fit into spaces that drain you. Doors that kept you stuck begin closing on their own. These aren't losses. They're adjustments. They create space for new opportunities, new support, and new alignment. When someone exits your life quietly, it's often a sign that your path is being cleared for what's coming. And one of the strongest signals of a shifting season happens in your dreams and awareness. Dreams become more vivid and symbolic. Some reveal emotions you haven't processed. Others give glimpses of what's ahead. These aren't random. They're messages your spirit can finally receive clearly. During the day, your awareness sharpens. You see people's intentions faster. You sense energy shifts instantly. Even small choices feel guided. Some chosen ones receive sudden clarity, answers that appear out of nowhere, thoughts that comfort them, or signs that show up at the perfect moment. This heightened awareness isn't overwhelming. It's stabilizing. It's preparing your discernment so you can recognize what aligns with your new season and what doesn't. When your dreams grow stronger and your awareness deepens, it means your spirit is stepping forward, leading you into the chapter that was always meant for you. As your life begins to turn in a new direction, you might suddenly feel like time is behaving differently. Days seem to slip by faster, weeks feel shorter, and the moments that once dragged now rush forward with surprising momentum. This isn't your imagination playing tricks on you. It's a signal. It's the universe showing you that you're syncing with a new frequency. Whenever you're stepping into a transition, your energy shifts from stillness to motion. What once felt stuck begins to loosen. Situations that seemed frozen finally start to move again. And because of this, your perception sharpens. You become more aware of what matters, less willing to waste time, and far more focused on actions that carry purpose. You might notice events lining up one after another, conversations happening back to back, opportunities showing up closer together, insights arriving at just the right moment. It's like life is nudging you forward, gentle but firm. This quickening is a powerful indicator that you're entering a phase where growth speeds up, breakthroughs arrive sooner, and opportunities appear more consistently. This shift in how you experience time is your inner being adjusting to a higher rhythm. It's preparing you to drop delays, move with intention, and walk into a chapter where progress becomes your new normal. When time feels like it's speeding up, it means your journey is advancing with purpose. One of the strongest signs that your season is changing is when fear stops controlling you. It doesn't disappear overnight. It fades quietly, through small decisions where you choose courage instead of hesitation. Suddenly, you find yourself worrying less about what if and trusting more in what will be. What once sent you spiraling now feels manageable. What used to overwhelm you becomes easier to carry. You might also feel old emotional weight lifting off your heart. Past hurt, old disappointments, and lingering memories begin to lose their intensity. You're not erasing them, you're taking their power back. Forgiveness becomes easier. Moving forward becomes natural. The heaviness of yesterday no longer follows you into today, and with that release comes clarity. You may begin to understand the purpose behind past experiences, or feel peace about situations that once confused you. Sometimes it shows up as a quiet acceptance. The moment you stop wrestling with the past and start welcoming what's ahead. For chosen ones, this emotional clearing is a sign of spiritual maturity. It means your heart is being prepared for blessings that require a lighter soul and a stronger spirit. When fear dissolves and old heaviness falls away, you're stepping into a season guided by confidence, clarity, and inner strength. As this shift unfolds, you may start noticing signs around you more often, repeating numbers, symbols, messages, or patterns that appear at uncanny moments. They show up exactly when you need reassurance. It feels almost like the universe whispering, "Look closer, something is changing." Maybe you repeatedly see 111, 222, 555. Maybe a certain phrase follows you everywhere. Maybe a symbol keeps showing up in unexpected places. These moments aren't coincidence. They appear because your awareness is expanding. You're more tuned in, more receptive, and more aligned with the guidance surrounding you. This isn't superstition, it's timing. When a new season approaches, signs become louder so you don't miss your direction. They show up during moments of uncertainty to remind you that you're aligned, supported, and moving in the right direction. What feels like coincidence is actually confirmation. And before you go, declare this out loud and comment it below so it becomes your reality. My season is shifting, and I am ready for what's coming. Write it, claim it. Walk into your new chapter with expectation and confidence. Your next level is calling. Step into it with faith.